All right, Chicago Bulls are shopping Coby White after getting DeMar DeRozan and getting Lonzo Ball and getting everybody else, Vujovic and all those guys. And they try to turn him into a classic point guard in Chicago under Billy Donovan. That didn't work. You can't change your player's DNA. He's a combo guard. And I think they can use him. Okay. When I mean I think they can use him, I think they can use him because he can just bring a spark off the bench, but maybe he's not willing to be a six man right now. I mean, that's how Lewis Williams, made his name in the NBA. That shift changes Lewis Williams' career. It made him legendary. Manu Ginobili, But what's Coby White? He what, 21 years old? You can't expect a 21-year-old to take a reduced role and not lose his confidence. You can't. But at the same time, I'm not here to harp on his issues. But at the same time, I'm kind of am, but I kind of ain't. But like I told y'all last year, he way better than Killian Hayes. If I can flip him for Killian Hayes player for player and throw a little bit extra on there, picks or somebody they like that ain't too steep, I'm doing it. I could laugh now, but I think for one, I would love him to embrace that Ben Gordon kind of a cuss word in Detroit, but I love him to embrace that Ben Gordon role and come off the bench and score. But if not, I think he could play next to Cade and they'll be perfect together. He ain't short. He ain't short at all. He was 6'4", 6'4", or something like that. So your backcourt ain't really undersized, even if you play him and Killian together. They backcourt isn't undersized. They got a good backcourt, but size wise, but yeah, him and K fit better than him and Killian. I was saying, y'all and Jay was saying, oh yeah, man, you crazy, man. This dude can play, and then he dribbled better than Killian. He scored better. I don't think Killian do is play make and defend better than him. But I think he got the potential to be a really good defender. You know what I'm saying? I really do think he got the potential. And if people asking about the orange, it's just Halloween for the week. Get used to it, and after Sunday, it'll be gone. So yeah, they saying that he can be traded, man. And to me, I like his game. I think you can bring him off the bench, or I think you can play him in Detroit right now. Do we gotta have the ball in his hands, kind of a warm-up score? Absolutely. I just think that's why I like him off the bench right now. When he figure out how to kind of, warm up without having the ball in his hand, and you can teach him that. It may or may not work, then I'm okay with it. Then he can come in the starting lineup, but I think he can start right now. If they was going to share the ball between Cade and Killian, why not with him a little bit? One thing about him, he going to break you down and get to the rack. He gives you another player. He gives you another player who can get their own bucket. On the Pistons, who can get you their own bucket? Grant, we see at the end of the game, he couldn't get his own bucket when it counted. Cade, and maybe Bay. But if you put this guy on the team, I would say you this. He would be the second best. Well, we don't know what Cade is right now. But besides Cade, he'd be the number one guy on the team that can get his own shot. As you see right here, Bulls trade room coming right revealed as a trade candidate. As Coby White continues to recover from surgery from a torn labrum, Chicago Bulls could look to make a deal involving the third-year point guard. Michael Scotto, of Hoop Hive, most of the executives around the NBA think White potential trade candidate, quote, because he was part of that old regime and he'll move to the bench role as a combo guard. Bull announced that in June that White had surgery on his left shoulder to repair injury he sustained while engaged in basketball activities away from the team. Casey Johnson, the NBC Sports Chicago, reported last month that the Bulls are hopeful for a mid-November turn for White. Johnson told Scotto on the podcast that White could still have a pretty big role with the Bulls when he returns because the team has struggled to find scoring off the bench throughout the first 4 games of the season. Per NBA.com, Chicago's 24.3 points from the bench is tied with Indiana Pacers for 26th in the league. Alex Caruso is the highest scorer, 9 starter off the bench, 8 point. My thing is, and yeah, he can. But the thing is, he had a good campaign, 15.1. He can play. You know, the thing is, he may not want to embrace that bench role. You know, and if he do, man, Chicago just that much deadlier. If he do, man, he might be. You know, it ain't how you start, how you finish. He might be in the game to finish the game, man. He's a really good player, man. I don't understand why people don't see the potential in this kid. You know, he get 40% from the field. Yeah, you know, that's gonna come up 35% from the three. That's gonna come up. He can shoot free throws. You know, and I think last year he kind of struggled because they wanted to turn him into a point guard. And I think ultimately all these numbers gonna come up. You know, once he, I think in Detroit, I would love him to come off the bench. But I think in Detroit right now, he'll start. He can start. You know, I think him and Kane to be great together. You know, do I like the option better than Buddy Hield? I don't know, he's younger. I think Buddy Hield just come in here and do what he do best. But, you know, like I said before, I think he could break you down, get his own shot, get to the rim. And I think, you know, once he kind of itch out a role where he can be the combo guard that he want to be, he's 6'5", that he want to be, get bigger and stronger. I think he could be an all-star in this league. You know, he's shifty, explosive, can break you down. And once you say, you know what, man, just go out there and be Coby White and go get buckets, I think he's gonna be okay. You know, kind of remind you of Stuckey a little bit. But I think he got better shooting potential. I think he's a better shooter right now. You know, I think that's just a product of the league. But yeah, you know, when you talk about the Pistons got the offer, and you pull up the Pistons roster, who would I trade for the guy, man? Obviously Killian, you know, but Killian doesn't help. He doesn't help their inability to score. They inability to score off the bench. So I mean, then you start looking at guys like, you know, Josh Jackson, Frank Jackson, who had a slow start, Corey Joseph, Saban Lee. You know, start looking at some of those guys, Diallo. You know, somebody. I think Josh Jackson is the guy. You know, I'm not giving them Jeremy Grant for Coby White. I say Jeremy Grant for Ben Simmons. Now, can Ben Simmons and Coby White play together? Absolutely. You know, you can stagger that. You can stagger Coby off the bench. You can play them together. You can go Cade, Coby in the backcourt, Ben, however you want to do, Stewart, Lennox, however you want to do it. But, well, yeah, I think it could work. But, you know, this ain't a must-have move, but I see the potential in him. And I think if you allow him to roam and beat him, and I think, you know, he going to have some growing pains, but he only 21. And I think he's going to be all right, man. I think that's a really good move for the Pistons, but obviously they don't want Killian alone, okay? Because they need scoring off the bench. So you look at Josh Jackson, Diallo, Frank Jackson, Corey Joseph, guys like that, or you maybe look at some picks in the future. All right. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget you find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request, on my social media link subscription. If you want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. But I think Chicago could find a role for him off the bench. And if he embraces that role, he could be 6-man easily. But other than that, man, appreciate everything, man. And thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.